Does everybody know where Control Center is? Not the Settings app, but Control Center. You know how to get to Control Center? You swipe up from the bottom of your screen, and it does not always work on the first try, I'll tell you, but just kind of in the center bottom below that list of apps. If you slide up, you now have access to many functions within your phone. This also works from the lock screen, so you don't even have to unlock your phone as long as you have not told it in settings to not allow that. So that is one thing in the Settings app that you can change if you don't want this Control Center to come up when your phone's locked. Okay, there's several options here. We'll start from left to right. So on the plane, when the flight attendant asks you to go into airplane mode, you don't have to turn your phone on and go into settings. Just tap your little airplane icon, okay? So when it's white like this, it's on. When you tap it again, it's off, okay? The next item is your Wi-Fi. You can turn it on and off from that location. The third item is Bluetooth. So you can turn your Bluetooth on and off. If you don't use any Bluetooth devices, like my Apple Watch is a Bluetooth with my phone, so I have to have the Bluetooth on all the time in order for my watch to work. But if for some reason I didn't want it, I can turn that Bluetooth off. Okay, the fourth button is the Do Not Disturb. So this is another thing where, like right now, I have it on my watch and my phone, so nobody's trying to call me during the middle of this presentation. But you can turn it on and off for your entire device from this location. And then the last one is the Lock Rotate. This is most helpful, I think, on iPad. So if you're trying to read but you want to lay down, or you're trying to watch a movie but you want to recline and it keeps flipping on you, hit the Lock Rotate. However, if you're using your iPad or your phone and you're trying to get the orientation to change and it's not, and your stupid phone and you're shaking it, check this and make sure it's not turned on, because I do that to myself. All right, that middle section is your volume control and your playback control for whatever you're playing. So if you're playing your playlist, that's what would appear there. If you're playing your playlist from your phone. I happen to be playing that iTunes radio. It gives me the option to even buy that song from within the Control Center as well as within the iTunes radio app that we looked at earlier in the iTunes app. So you do have that option as you're listening to music and you go, oh, I really want that one on my phone so I can listen to it whenever I want. You can buy it directly from the iTunes store using that. The bottom one, does everyone know you have a flashlight built into your phone? Everybody knows that, right? That would be it. Yeah, we can all turn our flashlights on, and so that's a handy little thing that I use frequently as well. Okay, and then the next one is the clock app. This is nice because it defaults to the timer, but you can also access any of your clocks, so your stopwatch and your alarm, from that button on the Control Center. Calculator gives you instant access to your calculator without having to unlock your phone. And then the last one is your camera. You can access that from the lock screen by sliding up, or from Control Center without having to unlock your phone. AirDrop, if you have a iPhone, iPad, Mac, not sure on iPod if the AirDrop works. I haven't tried it. But if you turn AirDrop on, it asks you who you want to allow to contact you via Bluetooth with AirDrop. You can use just your contacts, or you can say anyone in your general vicinity. This is nice for me to transfer files directly from my iPhone to my Mac. I do that a lot so that I don't have to email them to myself. If I turn AirDrop on my phone and AirDrop on my Mac, I can see the two devices and I can transfer files. If someone sends you a file via AirDrop, it can be a photo, it can be anything. I'll show you real quick in the photos. So I will pull this picture of my little one who just graduated preschool this week and her next oldest sister. Because I have AirDrop on, when I hit the little share button, which is that lower left corner, and it allows me to send that photo via different ways, I can send it to, apparently, Ellen. I can send it to you, Ellen, because you're showing up because you have your AirDrop turned on. In the Control Center, slide up from the bottom. It's right kind of in the middle. Oh, everybody's popping up. Hey, I can send this to everybody. It depends on if you're in a group like this and you're wanting to send something to everyone. Like if I had a document I wanted to share with all of you at once, I could do that. Normally I would do contacts only, just because if you're going to leave it on, which I wouldn't recommend, I would only turn it on when you need it. But that would give people, you know, the ability to send you a file, and once they've sent you one, it will say, will you accept this file? So-and-so wants to send you a file, do you accept it? And you can decline it if it's not something you were expecting. But once you accept it, that's pulled into your phone or your iPad, and now you have that document.